Welcome to MicroStrategy's App Developer Academy. This course is entitled RSS Widget. In this episode, we are going to learn how to implement and format the RSS widget. RSS, which stands for Really Simple Syndication, is a data format used to display updated web content when you click a URL. The RSS Reader widget helps provide a 360-degree view of a user's business by comparing and contrasting data in the dashboard with information from external newsfeed sources. The widget retrieves news from an RSS newsfeed and displays it alongside the other components of the dashboard. The RSS feed is automatically reloaded to display the most up-to-date news about a variety of topics that you specify. You can add an RSS Reader widget to a document, then display the widget when the document is viewed on a mobile device with MicroStrategy Mobile as shown here. Users can select an RSS feed to display a list of news items, then select an item to display from the list. RSS Reader widgets can display either a static RSS feed or a dynamic RSS feed. The RSS Reader widget supports both RSS 1.0 and RSS 2.0 formats. Static RSS feeds display a default set of news about a general topic, such as business or technology. These fields are considered static because their URLs are pre-configured to display information on a single topic. We will demonstrate the static RSS feed first. You can also create dynamic RSS feeds, which we will illustrate later in this episode. Unlike other widgets, the RSS Reader widget does not require attributes or metrics on the grid graph, unless you want to display information about these objects in the widget. The steps to create an RSS Reader widget are as follows. In MicroStrategy Web, open the document in Design or Editable mode. From the Insert menu, point to Widgets, then Mobile, then select RSS Reader. Here is a screenshot of what you should see on your screen. Click the location in the document to place the widget. A grid graph will be displayed. A small icon is displayed at the bottom right of the grid graph, identifying the type of widget selected. You can resize the widget as desired by dragging handles. Here is a screenshot of what you should see on your screen. Next, display the widget for formatting. From the Home menu, you can select either Flash mode or Interactive mode. We will view in Flash mode for our demonstration. Next, specify the RSS feed to be displayed in the widget. Right-click the widget and select Properties. On the General tab, type the title in the RSS Reader title field to create a title that appears at the top right of the widget. Type the URL for one of the following RSS feeds in the default RSS field. You can only use one RSS feed per widget. For static RSS feeds, type the RSS feed's URL. For example, we will use the CNN Top Stories newsfeed. Here is what you should see on your screen. Note the URL and proxy settings. Specify the rate at which news items are automatically refreshed. Enter this value in seconds in the default refresh frequency seconds field. To specify the maximum number of news items that a user sees at a time, enter a number in the item shown at the time field. The default value is 10. Select or clear the Open Full Article When Clicked checkbox to determine whether a news article is opened in a new window when it is selected in the widget. If the RSS feed is accessed through a proxy server, select the Use Proxy checkbox. Click OK to save changes and close the dialog box. Once the RSS feed has been established, you can modify the formatting of the RSS widget, including font and background colors, to suit the style and look of your mobile application. We will first modify the color of the titles of RSS feeds displayed. In Flash mode, we will open the Properties window by right-clicking the widget. On the General tab, we will select a color from the RSS Reader title color palette. We will now modify the background color of the RSS widget. In Flash mode still, we will right-click and select Properties, then General, the background color from the palette. You can also change the border color. From the Properties menu, click General, then Border Color from the palette. You can also modify the background color, font color, and font color for items read. These are all found in Properties as shown here. After making desired choices to the RSS widget colors, click OK to save. As mentioned earlier, you can also create dynamic RSS feeds which correlate feed data to attributes. These dynamic RSS feeds are URLs that have been modified to display information about a specific topic. For dynamic feeds, specify the base URL in one of the following. To display information related to an attribute, document, or dataset, insert an autocode for the object in the URL's query parameter as illustrated here. Make sure to use the correct parameters as illustrated in other source materials. Unlike RSS feeds, this will require you to also add the correct attribute as a selector and add the attribute element to the grid graph. To display news for an attribute, you must also set the grid graph as the target of the attribute selector. From this illustration, I chose category from the dataset and created a simple selector, then chose the RSS widget as the selector target. It's always good practice to verify your work on the mobile device. In this case, we are illustrating the widget on an iPad. As needed, go back and modify any aspect of the widget you need to meet your design and user experience objectives. And that's a wrap for this MODA course on RSS Widget.